Jagged shards of glass cut into my spine. Burning hot razor blades slice into my nerves. Icy cold metal clamps crush my bones. Electric shocks, mornings with almost immobilizing stiffness and joint pain. These are just some of the symptoms I live with day and night. Hi everybody, my name is Elisa Friedlander, and I'm talking with you from beautiful Ashland, Oregon, home of the Shakespeare Festival. I have a neuroinflammatory condition called complex regional pain syndrome, and it came about as a result of nerve damage from surgery. I also have early onset degenerative disc disease, which in my case is genetic. Things have really progressed. I've had 2 major complicated spinal fusions, and both of those multi-level fusion attempts failed. I now have no healthy or normal level in my entire spine, and I also have permanent spinal cord damage. The pain, while it affects me, it doesn't own me. It's not the most interesting thing about me, at least I hope it's not. It's certainly not the most surprising thing about me, even though my pain is usually not apparent. And honestly, I just don't like to give pain a lot of attention. But when it comes to pain awareness, everybody's pain needs to be center stage. Mornings are not pretty for me. I really can barely move, and it takes hours before I actually could start looking like a functioning, moving person. That involves heat and a lot of gentle, slow exercises. If I can get a ride to the YMCA pool, if I could live there. I know the long-term benefits are there, but short-term, I have to get back on the floor, back in the heat, and do these things on and off all day and all evening, and sometimes I wake up also and do it in the middle of the night. Completely non-negotiable if I want to function at all during the daytime. If the Queen of England knocked on my door and said, let's have some tea, I'd have to say, go see if the neighbors are up for it, because I'm taking care of myself right now. I'm really blessed to be married to my best friend, so I make my marriage a priority. I give my energy to that and try to be as present as possible for my marriage. As far as my profession goes, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and unfortunately, at the onset of complex regional pain syndrome, I had to stop my private practice. I maintain licensure with a full intention of going back. I do make a lot of space for hope. Meanwhile, I volunteer when I can. I offer psychosocial education to the community in the form of workshops or classes. I have to admit that much of the time I end up canceling. Even if I teach a 2-hour class for 5 sessions, I've always had to cancel at least one of the sessions, and by the end of the 5 weeks, 2-hour commitment a week, I'm toast. So it is really energy consuming. Volunteering for the U.S. Pain Foundation is great because it's such a knowledgeable, supportive network for people in pain, those who care about people in pain, volunteers, the community, professionals. I went to a chronic support group leaders training. It was wonderful, and I'm thrilled to say I'm starting my first support group here in Ashland just in time for Pain Awareness Month. The most profound impact chronic pain has on my life is this incongruence between my body and my spirit. It's really a source of grief, and I wrote an article recently in our local paper and described my spirit as this rush of current, this water that's just flowing along and mingling with fish and leaves and rocks and just happy and sunshine and joy and what's next in life. And then there's my body, and my body is the sludge at the bottom of that river, just kind of going, yeah, come join me here. And so those 2 parts of me are in constant dialogue. And I really don't think that grief around that disharmony will ever resolve. From a place of awareness, it helps me to make good choices for both my spirit and my body. And I try to teach them to respect one another and listen to each other. Thank you so much for listening. Wishing everybody lots of moments of joy.